In the heart of a bustling city, where the noise of life never seemed to stop, there lived a young man named Jack. He was an ordinary individual, with a decent job and a comfortable life, but his mind was always racing, filled with 1,000 thoughts that tugged him in every direction. No matter what he did, he couldn't quiet the constant chatter in his head. This inner turmoil left him exhausted, unable to focus or find peace. One day, after a particularly overwhelming week, Jack decided he needed a break. He packed a small bag and drove to a secluded cabin in the mountains, far away from the noise and distractions of the city. The cabin, nestled among towering pines and overlooking a serene lake, was the perfect retreat. He hoped that in this solitude, he could finally find some clarity. The first few days were uneventful. Jack took long walks by the lake, sat on the porch watching the sunset, and tried to enjoy the peace he had longed for. But the thoughts in his mind persisted, a relentless storm that no amount of tranquility could quell. Frustrated, he almost gave up, ready to return to the city with the same chaotic mind he had come with. Then, on the fourth day, something unusual happened. While hiking through the woods, Jack stumbled upon an old man sitting cross-legged under a large oak tree. The man's face was calm, his eyes closed in deep meditation. Intrigued, Jack approached him and, after a moment's hesitation, asked, "How do you find peace in such silence?" The old man opened his eyes and smiled gently. "The silence is not just around you, it is within you. You must learn to listen to it." Jack frowned, not understanding. "But how? My mind is full of thoughts, and I can't seem to control them." The old man motioned for Jack to sit beside him. "Your mind is like this forest," he explained. "Each thought is a leaf on a tree. When the wind blows, the leaves rustle and make noise. But if you focus, you can hear the space between the rustling, the silence that is always there, even when the wind is strong." Jack listened intently as the old man continued. "The key is not to fight your thoughts, but to observe them without judgment. Let them come and go, like leaves in the wind. Focus on the space between them, the silence. That is where peace resides." For the rest of his time in the cabin, Jack practiced what the old man had taught him. He didn't try to silence his thoughts by force. Instead, he observed them, letting them pass like clouds in the sky. Slowly, he began to notice the gaps between his thoughts, the quiet spaces where his mind was at rest. By the time he returned to the city, Jack felt different. The noise of the world was still there, but it no longer consumed him. He had learned to find the silence within, the calm at the center of his thoughts. And in that silence, he found the peace he had been searching for. As the days turned into weeks, Jack continued to practice, and gradually, he gained control over his mind. He realized that peace was not something to be found outside but within. It was always there, waiting for him to listen.